Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 139th Annual Spring Convocation of the University of Manitoba. My name is Mel Braun. I'm an Associate Professor of Voice at the Desautels Faculty of Music, where I teach singing and work with operatic ensembles. And I will be your Master of Ceremonies this morning. You're no doubt going to want to take pictures of your graduates as they cross the stage. We ask that you do that using the zoom lens from your seats so as not to block the stage. And while you're pulling out those phones, could you turn them to silent at this time? That would be terrific. Following the ceremony, there will be a reception outside at the Curry Place Headway. That's the long walking area over there. Please plan to meet your graduate in this reception area. It would be great to welcome our guests at this point. To my left are a number of guests seated who are special guests of the president of our university and guests of recipients of special honors and awards at today's ceremony. So welcome here and thank you for coming. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the reason we're here, please rise for the entrance of the academic party and our graduating students. Before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge that the University of Manitoba campuses are located on original lands of the Anishinaabe, Cree, Ojibwe, Dakota, and Dene peoples, and also are the homeland of the Métis Nation. Today, you'll notice on the table a special Matey Sash. This is the first year that we've been able to have this sash here, and it was specially created in honor of this year's Métis graduates. We respect the treaties that were made on these territories. We acknowledge the harms and mistakes of the past, and we dedicate ourselves to move forward in partnership with Indigenous communities in a spirit of reconciliation and collaboration. Now, graduands, if you could please join Nicholas Nieboer of the Des Hôtels Faculty of Music and the Singing of O Canada, and then please remain standing once we're up for the traditional honor song given by Carl Stone.
And free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Please be seated. Today we're here to celebrate success at the end of a stage of a journey and opportunities on the paths that lie ahead. Congratulations and thank you to the graduands before me, friends and family who are here in the audience, and my colleagues who are behind me. I'd like to acknowledge the presence of our Chancellor, Mr. Harvey Sector, and welcome today's recipient of our highest honor, the honorary doctorate degree, Mr. Arnold Freeman. I'd also like to welcome to our platform today Mr. Alan Feinblit, Distinguished Service Award recipient, Dr. Emeka Southmary, President Emeritus and Honorary Doctorate, Mr. John Reyes, MLA for St. Norbert, Dr. Gabor Chepergy, Rector of the University of St. Boniface, Dr. Doug Lofstad, President of the University College of the North, Mr. Jeff Lieberman, Chair of the University's Board of Governors, and Ms. Kim Metcalf, past President of the Alumni Association. Also on the platform today are members of the senior administration of the university, deans, directors, student representatives, and faculty members who've played an important role in the achievements that we celebrate today. So now, as president, it's my pleasure to formally declare this session of Convocation to be open. When we share the story of this university across the country and around the world, even here in our home city and province, we keep coming back to the qualities that make us unique. Where you are shapes who you are, we believe, and here in Manitoba, at the center of Canada and of North America, amid the broad prairies and our wide horizons, we shape innovators. We shape people who dare to gaze far into the distance, to take chances, to build something new. Many of these people are here with us today, seated behind me and in front of me. You push forward the frontiers of knowledge. You seek out ways to make this a better world. So let's take a moment to watch a video we've recently launched to demonstrate the power of innovation at the University of Manitoba.
In Manitoba, where we have a population of polar bears. They're the canary in the coal mine for climate change. Having those first-hand encounters with polar bears helps people see that this is a real animal that's going to die because of a lack of sea ice and a lack of food and habitat available for it.
Medicine has technologies that can diagnose illnesses like cancer, but we don't really have technologies that can deal with detecting mental illness. And I wanted to see if I could build systems that could understand our language well enough to diagnose our thoughts and our emotions, so that we could build systems that can not only deal with physical illness, but mental illness as well.
But when it comes to bacteria and microorganisms, we've really been taught to fear them and live in a sterile environment. So we've been abusing a lot of these antimicrobial compounds absolutely everywhere. If current trends continue, they're projecting that it could be a serious issue. And by the year 2050, it could be responsible for about 10 million deaths globally every year, which would be more than cancer and traffic accidents combined.
The work that graduate students are doing is innovative, and it's answering important questions. Not only is the content of our research important, but it's the fact that we are being molded and shaped and formed into the researchers of tomorrow.
All of you who are graduating are a part of that, whether you've been graduate students working closely with professor advisors, or undergraduate students mastering your chosen field of study. All of you are a part of this university that breeds innovation, that values research and scholarship, that changes the world. The University of Manitoba is a research-intensive university. The drive for discovery is fundamental to who we are and how we operate. Your learning takes place in the classroom, but also in the laboratory and in the field. Here you're prepared for a professional career, but you're also positioned to open up new worlds for others to benefit from. You're challenged to innovate, and your innovations ultimately improve our healthcare system, protect our environment, maximize our farm yields, invigorate our cities, expand our businesses, challenge our sense of self and community, and make our lives simpler, richer. Manitoba shapes innovators. You are those innovators now. You've shaped us at the University of Manitoba through your enthusiasms, your expectations, your dreams. One of you, in fact, shared with me recently a favorite quotation of yours that I'll repeat here, not only because it's appropriate, but also because it's from Jimi Hendrix, and I love great guitar players. To change the world, you must first change your mind. Graduands, I trust you've already begun to change the world. Have a great convocation. Now, just a word to members of the audience. There are two different kinds of things happening here today. One is formality. We're wearing these robes that remind us of a rich academic tradition. Some of you probably wore them when you graduated from here. But this is not what we do every day. This is to recognize the significance of the accomplishments that the people in front of us have made. At the same time, you're here because you came to celebrate with one particular person, or if you're lucky, maybe two. And that is something for informality. These are formal, that's informal. Somehow we have to find together a way to make this work. So I'm assuming that many of you are comfortable with clapping, so that when the person that you are here to celebrate comes up on the platform, you would be very comfortable to clap for that person. Let's just make sure we've got that right. We can all do that? Right. I expect that some, not necessarily all of you, are also comfortable with a more vocal expression of enthusiasm for an accomplishment. So let's hear if there's any of that in the room. Now that's good too, and we welcome it. There will be a very brief period when the person that you came to celebrate is on the platform. The person will be named, will walk across the platform, and that's the moment to recognize them. Whatever you want to do is appropriate. Just remember that someone else is following, so don't steal time from that person. Enjoy the celebration.
Good morning. My name is Satmari Emuka, but for the last 67 years I've been known as Emuka Satmari. I'm President Emeritus of the University of Manitoba. I'm honored to read this citation today. The highest honor the Senate of a university can confirm upon an individual is an honorary doctorate. At the University of Manitoba, the criteria include distinguished achievement in scholarship, the arts, or public service. Our honorary graduate this morning is Mr. Arnold Freeman. When Arnold Freeman arrived in Canada, he was 22 years old, homeless, penniless, and alone. From that inauspicious beginning 67 years ago, he became a pillar of his community, known for his business success and his generosity of heart. Any appreciation of the magnitude of Mr. Freeman's achievements must consider his early life. No one could have predicted when he was born or when he arrived in Canada that he would become what Jews call a mensch, a person of integrity and honor. Arnold Freeman was born in the town of Sátoraljaújhely, Hungary, and was one of 6 children in a close-knit Jewish family. Segregation by religion was enforced then, thus his elementary schooling took place in Jewish schools. Because his town lacked a Jewish secondary school or a high school, his parents sent him to relatives in Budapest for further education. He was there when he heard that Jews outside Budapest were being rounded up and shipped out of the country. To help save his family, he headed home. But his family was gone by the time he arrived. Everyone had been deported to Auschwitz. Mr. Freeman's following years were an odyssey of flight, of capture, forced labor, prisoner of war camp, and miraculous escape across 4 countries. He lived through hell on earth, and he did it as a teenager, alone. His life began to improve when a commission selected him for transfer from a displaced persons camp near Bergen-Belsen to Norway, where he received, finally, medical care, returned to school, and eventually studied electronics. In 1947, he put his learning to good use by volunteering for a year in the Israeli Air Force, but his desire to see imagined worlds drew him across the Atlantic Ocean to Canada. He arrived in Winnipeg in May 1951, knowing 4 languages, but English was not one of them. The Winnipeg Jewish Agency arranged lodgings and a warehouse job for Arnold Freeman, and gradually he found friends. The most influential was Minnie Heft, who made him part of her family, brought him back to the Jewish fold, and encouraged him to go to university. But he was broke and unsure of his English. Nevertheless, Arnold tried and passed the University of Manitoba's entrance examination. Bolstered by a $1,000 gift from Mrs. Heft, he devised a unique financing plan for his education. He drove to American wrecking yards to buy car radios, fixed them up, and sold them across Western Canada. In 1960, he graduated with a Bachelor of Arts and married a beautiful Winnipeg girl, Myra Thompson. A year later, he and Myra bought a 2-man television service operation, which Arnold transformed into Advanced Electronics, a multi-million-dollar business with 170 employees. It remains the largest independent electronics store in Western Canada. Arnold and Myra Freeman are thoughtful philanthropists who support many provincial, national, and international organizations and institutions. Among them is the University of Manitoba's partnership program with the University of Szeged in Hungary. Not only does it provide opportunities for Hungarian and Canadian academics to explore joint interests, but it also allows Hungarian professors and their students to experience Canada, a country Arnold calls a place of unlimited freedom, where people can pursue their dreams and help others to achieve theirs. Last year, the 10th anniversary of that partnership was marked by the publication of a book of essays written by Canadian and Hungarian scholars, and the 10th graduate student from Szeged arrived for a year of experiential learning. Arnold Freeman's story is certainly about resilience, resourcefulness, and courage. There is no question that his achievements and his generosity are great, but his greatest gifts to us is the lesson of his lived life, authentic to the core and imbued with his indomitable spirit. Mr. Chancellor, it is an honor for me to ask on behalf of the Senate of the University of Manitoba that you confer on Mr. Arnold Freeman the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor of this university, I admit you to the degree Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining. Congratulations, Dr. Freeman.
Chancellor, Harvey Sector, President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. David Barnard, new graduates, ladies and gentlemen, let me begin by thanking Dr. Satmari for her kind introduction and the long-time friendship. I also acknowledge the presence of members of my family and friends. It is indeed an honor for me to be here today to speak in the presence of such distinguished company and to receive an honorary degree from University of Manitoba, which had a huge influence on me and gave me a solid foundation for my future, and to address the graduates this morning. I was born in a small town in Hungary in 1928 and raised in a tradition that favors acts of loving kindness. My parents instilled in me the importance of being truthful and helping others. They sent me to Budapest in 1943 to further my education. In 1944, I heard that the Jews outside Budapest were being rounded up and shipped out of the country. I headed back home, trying to save my family, but heard that they were deported to a place I later found out was the gas chambers of Auschwitz. My following months were an experience of capture, forced labor, prisoner of war camp, and a miraculous escape. As a teenager alone, I lived through hell on earth. My life began to improve when a commission selected me for a transfer from Bergen-Belsen to Norway, where I studied electronics. In 1948, I put my learning to good use by volunteering for a year in the Israeli Air Force, where I found out that two of my sisters were alive and living in Israel. My desire to see imagined worlds, however, drew me across the Atlantic Ocean to Canada. I arrived in Winnipeg in 1951 with nothing but the clothes on my back. By an accident of fate, I met Mrs. Heft, who had a tremendous influence on me and persuaded me to enter university. By another accident of fate, in my final year of university, I met Myra Thompson, a beautiful girl who later became my wife. We purchased a business known as Advanced Electronics, located on Portage and Langside, and a year later, we moved to Sargent. There, the company grew rapidly. In 1966, aided by my close family friend and lawyer and the wisdom of my dear wife, Myra, we moved to 1300 Portage, where we established electronics business with both a retail and a professional division. I started with 2 employees and increased the number to nearly 200. Over the course of the years, we kept up in technology, staying ahead of the competition. We built a reputation of modest prices and the service we provided to our customers. The guiding principle being that the customer is always right. Well, maybe almost always. The principal reason for the success I achieved in business and in life has been the support and advice of Myra. She showed true love and sound judgment in marrying me. She also brought out qualities in me that I did not know I possessed. Throughout my business career, I lived by the precept, quoting from Shakespeare's Hamlet, "To thy own self be true," end of quote. To me, the precept means to act honestly, truthfully, and in accordance with the ethical standards on which we have been raised. The staff of Advance enjoyed my personal protection. I protected them by helping deal with health issues, legal problems, and financial matters. I also engaged myself in community affairs, giving back to the community, which I owe so much. Many of you aspire to become lawyers, go into business, or become ecologists. For those of you who aspire to go into the practice of law, a key responsibility is to serve your clients' interest ahead of your own interest. That means to vigorously advocate the interest of your clients using creative application of law and also charging modestly those who cannot afford. For those of you who intend to go into business, know your products, master the technology, provide reliable information, let the truthfulness be your guide, give your customers meaningful service, and give back to the community. For those of you who will base your careers on environmental issues, give priority to protecting the environment so our children and grandchildren will be able to enjoy it. Make sure that you have reliable evidence and ensure that the truth emerges. The common theme for all of you is put others and the environment ahead of yourself. Respect the truth. Support your community and help people who are, for whatever reason, unable to help themselves. I congratulate all graduates on their great achievement. Part of the pleasure of your achievement is sharing it with your family. You and your families have worked hard to reach this milestone and have a good reason to celebrate. There's a Yiddish word, kvel. It means burst with pride. It describes the looks on the faces that I see here today. In closing, I wish you enormous success in your future endeavors and ask you always to keep in mind the fundamental precept, to thy own self be true. Thank you.
Good morning. I am Jeff Lieberman, Chair of the University of Manitoba Board of Governors, and I am honored to be reading this citation today. Today we are presenting the Distinguished Service Award to Mr. Alan Feinblatt. Electric. That's how Mr. Alan Feinblatt remembers the atmosphere while working at Legal Aid here in Manitoba as a young lawyer. It was the 1970s and the organization was brand new. The need was endless and everyone was on a mission to make the world a better and fairer place. It's exactly where Mr. Feinblatt wanted to be. In the years since, this University of Manitoba alumnus has remained steadfast in his efforts to champion better public access to justice services. Today, Mr. Feinblatt is widely known as one of Canada's foremost authorities in public law, and for more than 40 years, he has been helping the legal community move the law forward, leading the way toward innovative, progressive solutions that meet the needs of an ever-changing world. He has worked on the community's behalf as Executive Director of Legal Aid Manitoba and as Assistant Deputy Attorney General for the province. It is often said that there is no justice without access to justice. No one understands this principle more deeply than Mr. Feinblit, who sees his efforts to create positive change as his most rewarding experiences. For example, as CEO of Manitoba Law Society, Alan created the Family Law Access Center, a made-in-Manitoba solution to bring more affordable services to the working poor. He spearheaded the creation of the Access to Justice Stakeholders Committee, as well as the Forgivable Loans Initiative, which has helped students from underserviced communities study law here at the University of Manitoba. Currently in private practice, he is still driven to improve the justice system. In fact, he is now chairing a committee that advises the Manitoba Justice Minister on needed reforms to Manitoba's family law system. Mr. Feinblit set out on a path to make a difference early on, and he has never lost that passion to serve. That electric energy that happens when we work together, when we recognize not only that we should do more, but that we can do more. The University of Manitoba is proud to recognize Mr. Alan Feinblit with the Distinguished Service Award.
We now turn our attention to the academic achievements of our graduating students. Before proceeding with the conferral of degrees, we'd like to recognize the students who have achieved the highest standing of their class, the University Gold Medal. We begin with Alexander Lecherbeau, the University Gold Medal winner for the I.H. Asper School of Business. Alexander graduated from St. Paul's High School in Winnipeg. While completing his degree here, he used what he learned in class to win a national actuarial case competition. He has also served as treasurer of the University of Manitoba Actuarial Club, helping to organize social events and career development activities. Here, Alexander learned the importance of critical thought, which is imperative to his future career in actuary. He says he learned a lot during internships at insurance companies and that his classmates inspired him along the way. He graduates today with a Bachelor of Commerce honors degree, the University Gold Medal winner for the I.H. Asper School of Business, Alexander Lecherbeau. The winner of the University Gold Medal for the Clayton H. Riddell Faculty of Environment, Earth, and Resources is Katrina Georgievic. Katrina graduated from Mira Loma High School in Sacramento, California, before enrolling here at the U of M. Alongside her studies, she's been an environmental research assistant with the Canadian Parks and Wilderness Society, focusing on the management of protected areas in Manitoba. Through a field course offered here at the university, she also completed research at Wapusk National Park, presenting her findings at symposiums and scientific meetings. Through her many opportunities to work firsthand in her field of study, Katarina says she was inspired to become an agent of change, and she is thankful for her support system along the way. Today, she graduates with a Bachelor of Environmental Studies honors degree. Katarina Georgievic, the winner of the University Gold Medal for the Clayton H. Riddell faculty. The recipient of the University Gold Medal in Law is Matthew Nordland. Matthew graduated from both St. Ignatius High School and Lakehead University in Thunder Bay before coming to the U of M to study law. Alongside his studies here, he has volunteered at the Legal Help Center and also has served as a junior editor with the Canadian Journal of Human Rights. He enjoyed the opportunity as a student to deal with the Manitoba Court of Appeal, which gave him a rare and first-hand look at the judicial decision-making process. He attributes his academic success to hard work and a lot of coffee. Today, Matthew graduates with a Juris Doctor, the winner of the University Gold Medal in Law, Matthew Nordland. There are many other winners of medals and prizes, some of which will be announced later today. But if you want to look on page 175 in your program, you can see them there. It's now time for Chancellor Harvey Sector to address Convocation.
Thank you, Mr. Braun. It's an honor to be here today with you, the graduates, your family and friends, to celebrate the completion of your current programs. Special congratulations to Alan Feinblatt on receiving the university's Distinguished Service Award, and to Dr. Freeman on receiving an honorary degree. As well, congratulations to all the students who are being recognized with awards and prizes for their individual accomplishments. Over the past 140 years or more, the University of Manitoba has developed an enviable reputation primarily because of the contributions that faculty, students, alumni, and others connected with this university have made to the social, cultural, and economic well-being of the people here in Manitoba, across Canada, and increasingly around the world. We often promote in our advertising that from here you can go anywhere, and we're proud of the many alumni we have who've done well in other places. However, we're equally proud of people like our honorees today who have stayed here and made significant contributions, not only in their professional lives, but to the community in which we live. David Matthews of the Kettering Foundation once wrote, "Democracies need something more than written constitutions, free elections, and representative governments. They also depend on a strong public life, a rich depository of social capital, a sense of community, and a healthy civil society. This is an important reciprocal relationship because while only a democracy can support a civil society, only a civil society will sustain a democracy." Over the years, I've become convinced that it's the contributions that individuals make that ensure the continued development of our country as a civil society and do most to protect our democratic way of life. As we heard just a few minutes ago from Dr. Freeman, he is a perfect example of the kind of difference that each of us can make to building community through personal commitments to our profession, volunteerism, and philanthropy. Not surprisingly, many of those same characteristics were reflected in the comments we heard about Alan Feinblatt. It's said that upon graduation, we leave not only with a diploma, but the reputation of our alma mater. We're all the beneficiaries of the legacy left to us by alumni, such as Alan Feinblatt and Dr. Freeman. and the leadership that's still being provided on a daily basis by many members of our current faculty and staff. Dr. Freeman talked about dreams, and he was a dreamer who achieved his dreams, in some regard, through the help of others. What I think is most significant is not only the remarkable story of his success, but that on achieving his dream, he went on to become a dream maker, helping others to achieve theirs. It's a lesson we'd all be wise to remember. I'm confident that many of you who are graduating today will do what you can to follow that example, and thereby see the university's reputation enhanced even further by the contributions you will make not only to your chosen fields of endeavor, but to the community in which we live. It seems to me that it's timely that the Museum for Human Rights just this week opened the exhibit for Nelson Mandela. We'd all be well served to remember what he said. There's no passion in playing small, in settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living. We all hope that when you look back on your time here at the University of Manitoba, you'll believe that while you were here, you moved just a little further along the path of becoming all that you were meant to be. Go for it, achieve it, share it. Congratulations, best wishes for professional lives and personal lives that are both filled with much success and great satisfaction. Congratulations, graduates.
Mr. Chancellor, I now have the honor to request on behalf of the University Senate that you confer upon the candidates the degrees earned by them as these shall be announced. Will those who are to receive degrees please rise?
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor of this university, I admit you to the degrees to which you are severally entitled, with all of the rights and privileges thereto appertaining. I also admit in absentia those who've completed the requirements for these degrees, but who are not today able to be present. Congratulations.
Ask that those graduates in the front row please remain standing. Everyone else, you're free to take your seats. Mr. Chancellor, I'd like to begin by presenting the candidates whom you have admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dean Todd Mondor of the Faculty of Graduate Studies will present the parchments, and Dr. Janice Ristock, Provost and Vice President Academic, will hood the graduates. Richard Frum. Asfia Gulruk Kamal. Jeffrey Roy Stepanek. Sepide Yaganege. Now, Mr. Chancellor, may I present the candidates whom you've admitted to the degree of Master of National Resources Management with Dean Norman Halden of the Clayton H. Riddell Faculty of Environment, Earth and Resources, hooding the graduate. Sukhmanbir Kaur Bajwa. Mohammed Sowaib Sikder. Now, Mr. Chancellor, we move on to the candidate whom you've admitted to the degree of Master of Science with a major in Environment and Geography. Rosemary Ann Eastwood. And now, Mr. Chancellor, the candidates whom you've admitted to the degree of Master of Business Administration, with Dean Gadi Jacoby of the I.H. Asper School of Business hooding the graduates. Warren Stanley Abry. Babatunde Akim Adioe. Elizabeth Joy Bend. William Morgan Benjamin. Wei Cheng. Catherine Lynn Marquez David. Cassandra Nellie Downs. Chimezie Naidozie Eleme. Adam Kevin Ellis. Ian David Frank. Daryl Rebecca Hyde. Aditya Kedia. Adam Noah Nippon. Catherine Teresa O'Rourke. Peter Nicholas Pomart. Srinjay Prasad. Wasik Syed. Rishikesh Somya. Arlen Leroy Scharfenberg. Jim Thunder. Esther Grace Wagola. Rifatal Hassan Yazdani. And now, Mr. Chancellor, may I present the candidate whom you've admitted to the degree of Master of Science with a major in Management. Wan Ting He. Victoria Ruth Cron. Qiao Xu. Now, Mr. Chancellor, the candidate whom you've admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Geography Advanced with Dean Norman Halden of the Clayton H. Riddell Faculty presenting the parchment. Kristen Stevens. Now, Mr. Chancellor, on to the candidates whom you've admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Geography. Jeremy Ogonya Agoya. Rien Beamond. Annie Feromsky. Wendy Marie Howell. John Evan Johnston. Wing Tung Alina Lau. The Faculty of Environmental Medal winner, the 3-year general program, Rebecca Nicole Martins. Jessica Rachel Brooke Newdorf. Grant Sidney Parsons. Prakshi Sanjeev Saul. Brittany Melissa Tursky. Ellen Ann Wood. Danielle Lisa Witzke. Now, Mr. Chancellor, the candidates whom you've admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Environmental Science Honors. Stephanie Ray Brick. Alessia Guzzi. Natalie Elizabeth Wagner. And now, Mr. Chancellor, may I present the candidates whom you've admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Environmental Science Major. Mohsan Ashfaq. Caitlin Eileen Barber. Brent Campbell Boziak. Jason Adam Budzinski. Rachel Erin Dick. Ling He. Yi Huang. Nasir Imodagbe. Savini Manora Jayasinge. Halam Ishmael Shah. Ruoyang Wei. Chuyu Zhang. And now, Mr. Chancellor, the candidates whom you've admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Environmental Science. Miao Kiao Liu. Heather Amy Nikolic. And now, Mr. Chancellor, the candidates whom you've admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Environmental Studies Honours. The University Gold Medal winner, Environment, Katarina Djordjevic. Hannah Nairi Bridgman. Hannah Juliet Brown. Now, Mr. Chancellor, the candidates whom you've admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Environmental Studies Major. Orgenevarhe Emmanuel Atebafia. Megan Lee Evelyn Hoskins. Kara Lee McKinnon. Angelina Maria Mira. Alana Sirhan. The Faculty of Environment Medal winner for the major or advanced program, Edward Jinder Shao. Brian Smith. We now move on to the candidates whom you have admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Environmental Studies. Omiete Phillips Abi. Chi Kung Cheng. Elias Benjamin Deshotel. Drew Anthony Evans. Fadzai Tarsheli Moyo. Alexandria Yvonne Townsend. And now, Mr. Chancellor, the candidates whom you've admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science in Geological Sciences Honours. Edward Mallory Barrow. Chukwuebuka Kenechukwu Ilodibe. Now, Mr. Chancellor, the candidates whom we've admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science in Geological Sciences Major. Mohammed Abdullah Azam. Justin Ronald Balder Johnson. Oluwatofunmi Emmanuel Moronkeji. William Enenche Ona. Abdul Kader. Jordan Francis Watts. We now move on to the candidates whom you've admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science in Geological Sciences. Mohammed Nawaz Ahmad. Franklin Tefadzwa Kutiaripo. Munachim Michael Nzikewe. Mohammed Etishfam Rauf. Easton Akio Sato. Now, Mr. Chancellor, the candidates whom you've admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science in Physical Geography Honours. The medal winner in the Faculty of Environmental program, the Honours program, Nicole Amber Loeb. Alexis Jade Moss. Christopher Price Rattray. Now the candidates whom you've admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science in Physical Geography Major. James Anthony Baptista. Rachel Lauren Henderson. Keen Paul Kokolski. Carolina Utko. Now, Mr. Chancellor, on to the candidates whom you have admitted to the degree of Juris Doctor, with Dean Jonathan Black Branch of the Faculty of Law presenting the parchments. The University Gold Medal winner in law, Matthew Nordland. Monica Adler. Yasir Al-Naji. Mark Andrew Allward. Natasha Andelovich Bejedic. Mercedes Ayala. Richard Curtis O'Brien Bars. Joshua Mark Beaupre. Patrick Ryan Benjamin. Matthew Adam Bilenkov. Jasmine Vanessa Bassoon. Larissa Tamara Bogutsky. Kevin Briggs Bruce. Caitlin Nicole Butchko. Sarah Rita Castellano. Amanda Ray Shays. Elisa Jean Coates. Elizabeth Jane Cherney. Tariq Abdulhadi Doughty. Miles Kirk Davis. Zita Costa de Souza. Nicole Denisette. Renato Di Lorenzo. Nicholas John Doyle. Matthew Dewick. Alex Favreau. Robin Lynn Fraser. Shay Thomas Garber. Amy Catherine Gellhorn. Jill Marie Giesbrecht. Jesse Andrew Geets. Brittany Kristen Goodman. Crystal Brittany Gray. Blaine Michael Hancock. Michelle Lynn Harms. Matthew William Hayday. Bobby Joe Hennigar. Davis Abram John Hirsch. Rihanna Christy Uri. Brittany Joanne Hoyt. Lawrence Hung. Amal Farzana Jabbar. Benjamin Charles Johnson. Ryan William Seiichi Kaita. Ashley Leanders Kaufman. Catherine Marie Kidder. Dajin Kim. Caroline Nicole Lacey. Jason Nicholas McLeod. Gelare Mangebati. Akvar Jeffrey Manas. Stephen Wayne Mather. Heather Susan Mary Maxted. Ian Arthur McCammond. Graham Neil Glenn McDonald. Jeremy Wayne 3 McKay. Denby Lynn Anne Marie McLean. Thank you. Mitchell Marriott. Nicole Alexandra Mirwalt. Cara Dawn Jeanette Moore. Gwen Muirhead. Michael Albert Nerbus. Riley James Nolan. Madison Yael Perlman. Victoria Sophia Buck Perry. Sydney Carolyn Pillock. Reet Paul Randawa. Daniel Keith Reimer. Joyce Francis Socha. Kelsey Lynn Schade. Bonnie Maria Schott. Emily Erin Scoville. Constancia Ann Smart Cavallo. Jeffrey Mark Smorang. Riley Ashton Edgar Storzuk. Valerie Lynn Suderman. Jessica Symington. Madison Zoe Urschatz. Konstantinos Leonidas Vartsakis. Daniel Eric Wallach. Thomas Benjamin Wernham. Brendan Daly Yeresh. Michael David Zacharias. Aaron Evans Zord. And now on to the final degree for this set of convocations, Mr. Chancellor. I would like to present the candidates whom you have admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Honours, with Dean Gadi Jacoby of the I.H. Asper School of Business presenting the parchments. The gold medal winner in management, Alexander Kenneth Lecherbo. Ruveni Abaisinge. Timothy Stephen Adam. Indigo Alexa Sky Adam Grant. Daniel Adebayo. Fasi Ahmad. Hassan Ahmed. Saif Ali. Andy Balkaran. Gabriella Ballog. Karen Bunn. Anastasia Benova. Kirsten Nicole Bednarski. Violetta Bekowski. Graham Bly. Connor James Bloodworth. Benjamin Herb Bobrowski. Megan Annabelle Booth. Jesse William Boychuk. Allison Elizabeth Brunton. Alexander David Budgel. Kyle Anthony Casala. Marco Sehim Chan. Jie Chen. Run Tao Chen. Zihan Chen. Calvin Cheng. Shi-Ying Cheng. Jenna Chanel Chin. Nazitwitwi Chipambu. Nicole Christine Choi. Wing-Hei Chu. Mackenzie Ray Clary. John Christopher Cleodoro. Peyton Megan Cobb. Jonathan Lewis Corabo. Nadia Jasmine Dowdy. Jeremy Darville. Danielle Nicole Descamps. Roella de la Cruz. Melanie Dittbrenner. Jordan Yanko Dragojevic. Marvin Josue Dubon. Tyler John Duncan. Amanda Bonnie Dunsford. Joseph Duong. Stephanie Nicole Duprat. Ariel Alejandro Duran. Signe Sids. Alice Mayat. Brendan Joseph Clinton Eggum. Braden Perry Iwashik. Abigail Miller Aford. Janine Ann Campat Fajardo. Maris Lee Fardo. Haley Diane Fairman. Kyla Marie Felius. Jonathan Fraze. Marco Winnie Geitch. Carly Ann Gallinger. Francis Ariana Garcia. Hart Ross Garfield. Guy. Nicole Christy G. Jens Christian Erik Giesbrecht. Alexandra Lane Gilbert. Drew Spencer Glassford. Haley Nicole Glore. Jesanica Marie Gonzalez. Jesse Ryan Castro Greenberg. Joshua Sean Griffin. Christian Elizabeth Guevara. Corinne Monica Guznoshi. Ali Haider. Taryn Joseph Hallett. Jonina Tess Halgrimson. Michael Donald Hardy. Maria Hentosh. Brendan Hensel. Rayanne Herman. Matthew James Thorne Hibbert. Huang Kim Wan. Kyle Joseph Holadriga. Alexander Keegan Law Hosfield. Zihao Hu. Darren Lewis Hunter. Avery Cara Jessica Hurst. Carmen Michelle Hutzal. Paige Marie Thompson Janin. Allison Elizabeth Jansen. Kaylin Jansen. Osama Jawed. Shan Jin. Yusong Jin. Carl Martin Johnson. Jonathan James Juniper. John Michael Capac. Luke James Capac. Levi Harrison Kasdorf. Afzal Matthew Fariz Kasim. Congratulations. Saeed Kenani. Fahad Al-American. Hai-Rin Kim. Derek Edward Kitching. Ali Knox. Crystal Leanne Kotelmick. Everett George Andrew Kozak. Kyle Robert Kuzina. Elena La. Cody Lafond. Colin Renee Lagasse. Jasmine Lynn Lapina. Dasha Lazepko. Jordan Nicholas Leday. Yun Chong Lee. Onyu Lee. Ryan Nicholas Cecil Leach. Selena Marie Lewandowski. Shumin Lee. Zehua Lee. Jexi Liang. Carlissa Danielle Little. Haoyue Liu. Siwei Liu. Brianne Joyce Lloyd. Aidan Lockhart. Jinying Lu. Nicholas Peter DeHoey. Dawe Luo. Anders Brian Lysak. Helen Ma. Charlotte Olivia McDougall. Kathleen Elizabeth McLennan. Wadzanai Magaba. Riaz Mahmoud. Shadi Sharif Mansour. Stefan Robert Marshall. Spencer David Martins. Christina Mazzi. Logan Ross McGuire. Amy Melnick. Ian Messick. Benjamin Seth Myers. Shumon Mok. Devin James Malloy. Mitila Monowara. Eteri Sanren Ogogu Mrakpor. Timothy Mushila Mukuku. Morgan Renee Murray. Hoc Phuong Nguyen. Nugok Cha Bao Nguyen. Ni Quinn Nguyen. Mark Camille Niemczyk. Arjun Nurula. Micaela Louise Nuestro. Connor William Nikiforek. Heather Lynn Alford. Taryn Elizabeth Alford. Sarah Elise Olson. Alicia Mary Perry. Mitchell Boyd Paul. Nicholas Gordon Polly. Neil Pajak. Trevor Dawn Peacock. Taylor Dawn Peacock. Ryan James Penner. Maria Gabriela Perizanta Campero. Justin Riley Craig Peters. Anne Pham. Dewan Tan Phan. Kim Ngan Phan. Justin Randall Pokrant. Pratch. Robert Anthony Stephen Pratch. Pearlie Ann Mendoza Pereza. Victoria Rose Radcliffe. Celine Fedez Paredes Ramirez. Gavin Reese Reed. Erica Page Reimer. Keenan Brett Rogers. Tim Rollins. Tyler Jonathan Rubin. Judith Na Ajele Sake. Carl William Sanderson. Navdeep Kaur Sandhu. Patricia Sandoval Paredes. Taylor Brianne Shatkowski. Diana Joyce Irene Schreibmeyer. Ray Anthony Paul Scott. Evan Shaw. Jiaju Shen. Edward William Sherlock. Michael Shields. Jeremy Liam Short. Andrew Philip Silva. Stefan Alfred Simar. Allison Elizabeth Marr Slanowski. Garrett Duke Smith. Laura Elizabeth Smith. Derek Peter Solman. Patrick Ryan Solmonson. Matthew Richard Sproul. Jana Leanne Joy Stephenson. Madison Teal Storzak. Brogan Stockton Susser. Jamie Mackenzie Sutherland. Mari Rose Sidor. Alyssa Kathleen Taylor. Yue Tong. Christopher Allen Touchette. Sasha Tofik. Connor Turk. Rako Horisaha Uzal. Derek James Van Act. Al Rahim Verani. Carl Justin Viado. Kim Tan Vo. Langshi Wang. Mauro Wang. Shemiao Wang. Xinyuan Wang. Brady Frederick Wiebe. Joshua Alexander Wiebe. Deanne Marie Windiat. Alvin Killian Wong Sonchong. Ying Chong Wu. Shuhei Xie. Matthew Brian Yahiro. Danyang Yang. Jesse Cyrus Yarajuski. Ruitian Yin. Haley Thea Yerman. Hossam Zed. Katrina Zabrowski. Chenrei Zhang. Zhirong Zhang. Zhubing Zhao. And Yifan Zhu.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, Mr. Freeman, guests and graduates. Congratulations. As you set out on your path, a path of discovery and innovation, I hope each one of you find inspiration from the University of Manitoba alumni who have come before you. If you aspire to be an Arctic researcher responsible for groundbreaking discoveries, a resilient defender of truth and justice, or president and CEO of one of North America's leading transportation manufacturers, look no further than Dr. David Barber, whose research studies the impacts of climate change on our most vulnerable ecosystems. Doreen Redhead, the first Indigenous woman appointed to the bench in Manitoba, and Paul Soubry of the NFI Group, one of this year's Distinguished Alumni Award recipients, who has helped transform 2 Manitoba companies into market-leading success stories. Over the past 140 years, the University of Manitoba has built a strong and engaged community of alumni. We have more than 140,000 living in 137 countries. And this great community, which proudly supported you as students through mentorship and philanthropy, is proud to support you today as graduates. The Alumni Association can help connect you with alumni who will extend their hand to you as a mentor, advisor, coach, and friend. We welcome you to stay connected through the University of Manitoba's Outreach and Engagement Office. Return to your campus often. Attend homecoming and participate in your reunion events. We are a community that is here to support and celebrate your success. We recognize that the influence of this university is epitomized by the accomplishments of our alumni. And it is our privilege to stand behind you, your outstanding achievements, and the contributions to come. You are the innovators who will shape Manitoba and the world. Thank you and congratulations.
This brings our proceedings to an end. I will ask members of the audience, please remain in your seats until the academic procession has left the room. And then please join us for a reception outside just to the south of these buildings. Convocation is in recess.